Hello friends, yes, this is another topology where I'm going to configure the hot standby routing protocol on Cisco routers. The purpose is to see that if the primary router fails, then the standby router will take over, and this is done by configuring a virtual router IP address, and then with some parameters that will affect this particular technology. So we have pre-configured the PCs. As you can see here, the virtual IP address is the default gateway of the PC in this network. So any device that joins this network will use a virtual IP as the default gateway. So let's begin by configuring this side of the network before we come to complete this side. So we are going to enter this interface here and we configure this IP address. Okay. Okay, it will come, or when this one comes up. So let's see. Yeah, so it's coming up. So router 3 have 3 interfaces. So we are going to go to router, the standby router, which is router 2, and we are going to configure this interface, which is 10.6. Yeah, it's coming up. So now we are going to configure the active router, and we'll give it this IP address with the same within the same subnet, and we'll specify this as the virtual IP. These are the parameters that we are going to configure. Standby, you give a number, and then priority. So priority is 100% for this. Good, it's coming on. We're going to do same for the standby router. So we are going to give this IP for the standby router in the same subnet, and we're going to say the priority here is 90. That is to say, if the priority 100 fails, then 90 will take over. So the IP virtual IP address is also stated here. Okay, it's coming on. Let's allow it to come on, and then we're gonna go to step 3. Okay. Active is local, so it's still forming. That's why we are not seeing the IP address. Very soon. Okay, since we have already pre-configured the IP addresses of the PC, what we're gonna do here is we'll go to number 4, where we'll configure the OSPF for routing purposes. So it will be advertising the adjacent networks to the routers in the network. So let's start with router 1. So with router 1 we have two networks. We have this network and this network. So I have to be in the global configuration mode. Good. Let's go to router 2 and do the same. Router 2 also have two networks. We'll do same for router 3. Router 3 have three networks, which is this one here, this and this. Okay. Okay. Let's check you can see the networks, the neighbors. Okay, so now let's move on to step 5, where we are going to ping from PC1. We're gonna ping this PC here. You can see the IP address 20.2 and the network, the gateway is 20.1. So we're going to ping it from here to see if it's reachable. Let's see, let's wait. Okay, the last one went. We're gonna do it again, and this time I think it should go. Okay, that's good. Now let's trace this to see exactly which router is passing the traffic. So we're tracing from side A to side B. So traffic is passing on router 1. Okay, so when we trace the route, you can see that it takes the primary router, the active router, and it goes through this network to reach its destination. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disable this interface here, and we'll see if it will reroute this interface, I'll turn it off and bring it offline. Then now let's try to send the traffic once more. To site B. So I'll ping first .20.2. Okay, trace set 192. So you see now that it used now the standby router, to reach the destination. So you see the technology is working. The hot standby routing protocol is working. So we are going to bring back the router 1 interface online and allow it to form its path. Give it some time, then we'll try to ping again. So let's ping and see if it will take the primary router. Let's first open 192. Okay, trace. Okay, now it comes back. It takes the primary router route to reach the destination. So friends, we have come to an end of this tutorial. As you can see, that's how you configure a hot standby, which give you high availability. If one router goes down, then the other router will continue to run, and this will help to keep customers happy. I will see you again in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye now.